Hey everybody, Brendan here, aka Mr. Weaverface, and yes, my Nintendo 64 collection is finally out of the cardboard boxes they were sitting in for the past few months since I picked them up. If you recall, if you want to check out one of my earlier pickup videos, I got a complete Nintendo 64 collection all in one shot from a Craigslist transaction. I got it locally. I was amazed to find it online through Craigslist, and I picked it up. So yeah, I had to jump on it. This is so awesome to see this on the shelf. So I'm just going to go right into the collection here. And before I start, if you know of any variants, I'll try to remember a couple of them. But if you know of any variants of any of these, please let me know in the comments section below. I'd still be interested in collecting those. I don't have any not for resales in this group, so this does not include any of that. And the reason I mentioned the variants is because the first one, 007, The World Is Not Enough, has the colored cart and the gray cart right off the bat. Another thing that I realized, finally looking at all the games displayed in alphabetical order, that there are a lot of sports titles in the Nintendo 64 collection. So that's probably why, it's very easy to find Nintendo 64 games, but not like the rare ones. And I'll definitely highlight the rare ones as we go through. Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie, awesome games there. Remember playing those a lot. One of the first rare ones here. Blues Brothers, pretty good too. Bomberman 64, The Second Attack. There it is. These look so awesome in person too, by the way. Keeping going here, Super Busted Move Arcade Edition 2. Castlevania and Castlevania Legacy of Darkness, just to talk about that quick. I used to own this game and I sold it on eBay, I don't know, like 10 years ago. I think eBay's been around a little bit longer than that. But sold this a long time ago, and I'm finally happy to have that back, because that game is of good value there. I don't know if you can tell, but the guy that I got this from, he took extra special care of it. Obviously, he has all the end labels on there, so it's easy to see on the shelf. But all the pins, he said, he meticulously cleaned them all, and they look nice and shiny from the ones that I looked at. So very cool. Another rare one here on the same column, same row. I mean, Conker's Bad Fur Day. Awesome. Second row. Here we go. Just a couple racing games: Destruction Derby, Diddy Kong Racing, Donkey Kong 64. Doom 64, a couple of Duke Nukems. I didn't realize there were two Duke Nukems in the set. Earthworm Jim 3D. A couple of Elmo games. Yay! Keeping going. F-Zero. Always an F-Zero. Harvest Moon 64. Awesome. I cannot wait to play this. This game definitely has some value. It's rare. If you can find it in the wild, get it. Pretty cool. Hexen, I played that a lot on the PC when it first came out, and I never beat it, so I don't even think I have a copy for the PC anymore, but I have that. I'll be playing that. Oh, and not to overlook GoldenEye though, but many fond memories of playing this in college. One of my friends, we had a Nintendo 64, and he hooked it up to the big projection TV in like the student center area, and I remember playing 4-player 007 GoldenEye till like 3 in the morning in college. That was a long time ago, but yeah, I have a lot of fond memories of that. One of the few sports games that are actually worth something: International Superstar Soccer 2000, with a bunch of other soccer games. Ken Griffey Kirby's Crystal Shards, pretty cool. And of course, Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, Ocarina of Time. I know the variant has the hologram for that, and that actually has a gold card too. I actually do have them in the box, and I'll show you them at the end. Very cool. Indiana Jones and the Infernal Machine, I also had that for the PC. And I actually still own that. I just have not played it lately. But I never beat it, so I'm excited to play it again. I'll probably play it on the Nintendo 64, hopefully. It's a cool game, as I remembered it. And again, Mario Party 1, 2, and 3. 3 being the rarest because it came out later. I'm seeing these being sold all together for like close to 180, 200 bucks, which is crazy on eBay, and it's like March of 2016. So yeah, I can't believe it, but that's what it's going for. Mega Man 64. And label's messed up because that's the one I took apart to test out to make sure it was legit. When I picked up the lot, I had the screwdriver to open up the back. So that was cool to check that out. But need a new label for that now just to have it look nice. But I have not played that yet, and it looked pretty cool from the gameplay footage that I've seen. All right, finishing up row number 3, going on to the next row. Now this is the one where they're pretty much all sports titles, and in the middle of all the sports title is the new Tetris right there. Sorry if the lighting isn't too great. Bunch of NBA games, NASCAR, NFL Blitz, NFL Quarterback, NHL, blah blah blah. Here we go, Ogre Battle 64. Great game, rare game, and next to that too, Paper Mario. Haven't played that yet, but I do own a copy of that prior to getting this whole lot. So I do have a lot of games to sell off from what I've already collected. Whole slew of Pokemon games. Looks like there's 4 of them. Quake games, Quest 64, Rampage. There's actually 2 Rampages. Going on to the next row there's another one. Resident Evil 2. It's the one Resident Evil game in the Nintendo 64 lot. Rugrats. I'm only mentioning this because this actually has a variant in a gray cart too, which I have in box. That's the one I know about. Shadowgate 64. Remember playing the original Shadowgate for Nintendo. Pretty cool. Snowboards Kids 2, that's what it looked like. By Atlas. They're a pretty good game developing company. A bunch of Star Wars games, Battle of Naboo. Getting into StarCraft 64. That looks awesome, man. I haven't played it. This is my first time owning it. Same with all these rare games. I mean, I may have owned a couple of them, but really haven't had a chance to play them. Another sports game that's worth something, Super Bowling UFO. Of course, Super Mario 64 and Super Smash Brothers worth something. It's pretty cool. Getting to our last row here. I like how the Tony Hawk games are all in different color carts. So I thought that was nice that they did that. Transformers Beast Wars. Transmetals. And I did see a video. I remember watching a video lately about how one of these Turoks in a gray cart is like super ultra rare. I'm assuming it's one of these. So I've never played any of the Turok games yet. But if you were able to elaborate upon that in the comments section, I'd appreciate it. Getting here close to the end. Yes, and a bunch of wrestling games. WCW, WWF. When it was the WWF. And then the holy grail of the lot, Clay Fighter Sculptor's Cut. There it is, Blockbuster exclusive with the sticker still on the back. Awesome. I did take it apart to make sure it was legit. So, just to be on the safe side. You got Xena's Yoshi's story on the end. And also, I do have a Japanese Mario Kart. It only works, I believe, in the Japanese version of the Nintendo 64. So that's the complete cartridge collection. Let's just go to the box games that I have real quick. Conkers, complete in box. Pretty valuable. Donkey Kong 64, cool. Excite Bike, Hey You Pikachu. I got actually 2 box copies of Ocarina of Time. I'm keeping them. They're worth something. One is a gray and one is a the gold card, and then this one, the Majora's Mask, that's the one with the hologram on it. And one of these is complete with all the paperwork, and one of them just has like the manual or something. So one of them is complete there. Perfect Dark, I love that game. Played the crap out of that when I owned a Nintendo 64. That was one of my favorite games playing. Very similar to GoldenEye. There's Rugrats in Paris. That's the one. I have the gray card in that one. I had the black one I showed you earlier. Chef's Love Shack, Star Fox 64 in the larger box, Super Mario 64, Super Smash Brothers, and that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys enjoyed my tour of my Nintendo 64 collection. I'll just quickly, a bunch of Nintendo 64s I'm selling. 6 Nintendo 64 games I'm selling on eBay under Mr. Weaverface, of course. So feel free to check that out. But that is it. Full collection, Nintendo 64, North America. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe. Take care.